This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we got some more fall camp takeaways as defensive backs coach LaMar Morgan and tight ends coach Steve Casula talked to the media. They talked about some position battles, who is leading for them right now, players standing out, and much more takeaways. Plus, Michigan potentially landing a commitment tomorrow from a top 100 receiver. We go over that, and a new prediction put in for a 2027 edge recruit. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so defensive backs coach LaMar Morgan did talk to the media yesterday, along with tight ends coach Steve Casula, which we will talk about later. But I first did want to break down what he said and his takeaways from fall camp so far for Michigan. Now, the biggest takeaway, or one of the biggest takeaways, is that he did state that Jair Hill currently leads for the other starting cornerback role next to Will Johnson, which we did all expect, and we do expect him to win that cornerback 2 job. But obviously, the Albany transfer, Amir Hall, is pushing him for that job as well. So I'm sure there's some good competition going on there. But LaMar Morgan, he said right now, you would say the early favorite would be Jair. He said he's done a great job, probably has a little bit advantage of some of the guys that's in the program just by getting all the reps he got this spring football and now fall camp. But I think there's a constant battle. We've got 2 weeks for guys to continue to make moves, but he said he's really excited about the group. He said, I know everybody knows about Will, but all the guys behind him, there are going to be a lot of guys that kind of play hard for this university and do a great job. Obviously behind Will Johnson and Jair Hill is going to be Amir Hall and Ricky Johnson, both transfers who will, I'm sure, have roles this season. Now, freshman cornerback Josiah Edmond has gotten praise this offseason as well, and he's another cornerback that's going to be up on the rise and should be next up, kind of like how Jair Hill is right now. And Edmond, he was a really good get for Michigan in the 2024 class, and I'm excited for him in the future. Now, as far as nickel, Zeke Berry does still lead. Morgan, he said that, I love Zeke. Zeke's going to be a guy that we're going to try to move around. He's trying to take on that role of trying to be a leader. We have some talented guys like Zeke. They just haven't played as much. So you're just building confidence in those guys. But I said I think Zeke is probably the leader in that nickel role right now with J-Mac behind him. And that is obviously Jaden McBurrows. And as far as the safeties go, he talked about Wesley Walker being among the top safeties, and he's excited about his versatility as he's obviously played a lot of college reps. I mean, he's played a lot all over the field, but I did say that he's been practicing with 1s and 2s. Same thing with Brandon Hillman, and I said there's a lot of guys that we roll the ball off against Fresno, 6-7 guys that you will be okay with being in that game. They talked about replacing Rod Moore. He said that it's probably more on McCarry and Quentin Johnson's plate because they've been here longer. He also said that safety transfer Jaden Mangham is a good kid who works hard. Now the question mark is who will be starting beside Makari Page at safety. It's either going to be Quentin Johnson or Wesley Walker. Quentin Johnson right now has the advantage of, being here at Michigan longer than the transfers, but Wesley Walker is also somebody we could see starting as well. But LaMar Morgan did say that Wesley Walker told him after his first couple of practice that he's never practiced the way we practice. He said the amount of reps that we do, the style, all those things are a big adjustment. And LaMar Morgan said that, it's just going to be a little bit different here, stating that, Michigan does things differently. And that's obviously been proven, the recent success and the development in the players at Michigan. LaMar Morgan also said that Michigan wants to be a positionless defense, putting players on the field who can do a multitude of things. He said it's, going to be a challenge at first, but players have picked up on it. Those are some takeaways from LaMar Morgan. But before we continue this video, did want to give a shout out to the sponsor of this video and channel throughout the football season. You guys guessed it, BetUS. We've talked about them before, guys. They have all all the odds you need this football preseason and regular season upcoming, and we are very close to the start of the college football season. In Michigan, they're currently an underdog for a lot of things. A lot of people counting them out, so you can make some money off them. Currently, BetUS is offering a 125% deposit match on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. They are one of, if not the best in the business, guys. Trust me. So do yourself a favor. If you're gonna bet, go check them out. Link down below in the description. I would appreciate it, and obviously, please gamble responsibly. But yeah, Steve Casula talked to the media as well. He talked about Colston Loveland. He said that you look at Coach Kirk Campbell's background and track record in 2021, they had a tight end with over 70 receptions. He's been exposed to getting the tight end the ball, and that's one of the reasons why he thinks that Colston Loveland could lead the team in receptions. He did say that right now he's playing faster than what I was exposed to in the spring. He's playing really well, and that starts with him and starts with who we are as an offense, but he's playing fast right now. And I did say, that Colston, we're able to do a lot of different things, both in the run and pass game, and we have a saying in the tight end room, the ball finds talent, technique, and energy, and he's got all 3. He did talk about Marlon Klein, though. Sula said that I remember the first time I watched him, I had never seen somebody at that age, at that size, run the way he did. He displayed early in his high school career that he's a real deal, high-end physical tight end. He also said that Zach Marshall and walk-on Jalen Hoffman have been doing really good recently and have been standing out in fall camps. He did say that from his perspective, the quarterbacks are also playing well, and he also said that Michigan's positionless defensive looks in practice has put the offense on alert and makes guys used to identifying jersey numbers as opposed to personnel packages. The entire offense has a role in identifying that. Those are some takeaways from what LaMar Morgan and Steve Casula said about fall camp. And just the more and more you hear about fall camp, it just sounds like iron sharpening iron. We all know this Michigan defense is really, really good, really talented, but this Michigan offense, they have gotten them a couple times in fall camp and beaten them in practice. And this offense going up against probably one of, if not the best defense in college football, is only going to make them that much more better. But next thing I did want to talk about is some recruiting news and a commitment coming soon, as the 2025 4-star top 100 wide receiver Andrew Marsh set to commit tomorrow at 5 p.m. at Jordan High School. It's going to be deciding between Washington, Colorado, Texas, USC, and Michigan, and obviously Michigan is the big favorite right now. They have 3 crystal ball predictions going in their favor and also a lot of on-3 predictions as well. So we should be expecting a big time pickup in the 2025 class for Michigan tomorrow. And real quick here, also did want to mention that the 2027 edge Jackson Holly from the state of Georgia has gotten an on-3 prediction put in by the Wolverines' Zach Libby, as he is the younger brother of current Michigan edge commit Julius Holly, who is a 4-star edge in the 2025 class, was a huge pickup for Michigan and chose Michigan over offers from Georgia, Texas A&M, Tennessee, and other southern schools. So Michigan also going after Julius Holly's brother Jackson Holly in the 2027 class. But other than that, as far as recruiting, not too much going on. There's a commitment hopefully coming soon tomorrow from Andrew Marsh committing to Michigan, and if he does, we will post a video talking about everything you guys need to know about him, so be on the lookout for that. But with that, that's going to wrap up today's video. And again, guys, shout out to BetUS. Make sure to go ahead, check them out, link down below in the description. I would appreciate it. But hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. Other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.